And again, our apologies for not being able to talk to Avery Walker, the PR people for Walker. They said he's too busy between racing and being a Texas Ranger to be able to sit and talk with us. All right. Practice is over. Qualifying is over. It is time to go racing in Australia. Up front will be Giancarlo and Harry. Second row will be Simon Zierk and Yuho. Third row is Avery Walker and Nick Sorensen. Chris Barber and Eric McCready have the fourth row. Mike Dulling and Jason Wahlberg round out the top 10. Adam Barker is 11th. Mike Marshall in 12th. Brian LaRue in 13th. Ed Schiller has 14th. And Matt Baer has 15th. As all the drivers start to grid up. As we mentioned, just over 2.7 miles, 12 turns, elevation changes, a lot of exciting stuff here at this track, plus that long front straightaway down into an uphill right-hand turn. And then it gets exciting. Parts of this track extremely technical, extremely tricky, parts of it extremely fast, and you have to keep your momentum up. It is going to make for some interesting racing here today at Phillip Island. If you have a favorite driver, a favorite paint scheme, a favorite color, favorite anything, heck, tell me what your favorite breakfast food is. Just drop in the comments and say hello. Let us know you're here watching. "15 cars taking the grid for race number 1 here today." And remember, you're not going to want to go anywhere between the races. We will switch over and hop into the second race. We'll try and get some interviews between races as well. It is definitely, this new format is definitely going to make for a lot. The racing has been exciting all season long, let's be honest. Especially the first couple races got really crazy. Now, with 2 races, no need for tire changes, no need for pit stops, no need for strategy. It's going to be full throttle, full send, full lap, full race, every time. Some of these guys that don't qualify well further back in the field, but come up through the field very, very quickly, are definitely going to benefit from this. And I would expect to, in the closing laps of the first race, we'll keep a close eye on 7th and 8th place, because 8th place looks like, if I looked at the new rules package, 8th place will start the second race on the pole. But 7th place will be starting closer to the back of the field, and 1st place will start dead last. Could we see some guys have a little off track, slow down, something strange happen that prevents them from taking 7th, and they end up in 8th place? It's already been mentioned by one driver, so we know at least some of them are thinking about it. And hey, you guys, do me a favor, drop in the comments and at least say something about having Avery Walker's PR people get back with us so we can interview him. Drivers will be keeping a close eye on today. Adam Barker, has he continued to shake the bad luck? Ed Schiller is back today. Can he come up through the field from 15th? Of course, Giancarlo up front, but Harry was the fastest in practice. And of course, Simon Zierk, his consistency now has speed, and we could see something happening there. And of course, Yuho, always one to watch. The pace car is in. As they come out of the final turn, Giancarlo leads them down. He guns it. They're down and away. Barney the flagman is waving the green flag. Lap 1, race 1 of the NSS GT3, race number 4 of the season. From Phillip Island down into turn 1. The top 5 make it through. Will they make it through the second corner? This is where a lot of folks were having problems early in practice. Looks like the majority of them got it figured out here. So far, so good. Everybody going the right way. Everybody single file. A lot of drivers talking about a difficult track to pass on. Could not agree more with that statement. Which will mean passing opportunities very limited. You have to force the guy in front of you to make a mistake almost. They're still all single file, but Giancarlo already opening up a 1 second lead over Harry. Give Harry another lap or two. Let him get those tires warm. We could see Harry come up here and battle. Yuho already up to third in the Lambo this season. And again, the odd situation of no Porsches on this track, primarily because of the elevation changes into the turns, like the first 2 turns. That was where everybody said the Porsche is just terrible here. So mostly BMWs and Audis. I do believe this is the most Audis we've seen this season. I know it's the most we've seen this season. I think this is the most we've ever seen in the field for this league. Harry currently in second, Yuho in third. Simon Zierk currently fourth, Avery Walker in fifth. Nick Sorensen in sixth, Chris Barber in seventh, McMullet McCready in eighth, Jason Wahlberg in ninth. The Mikes are 10th and 11th. Mike Dulling in 10th. 11th is Mike Marshall. Adam Barker back in 12th has Brian LaRue in 13th, Matt Barron 14th, Ed Schiller back in 15th. Ed Schiller has been away for a couple of weeks, obviously holidays, family stuff, but it is awesome to have him back out on track. I know Matt Bear was struggling a little bit in practice, but it looks like he's got something figured out here. Adam Barker, I'm surprised, is not already advancing. So far, we've only seen a couple of drivers advance their position. Yuho started in fourth, has made it up to third. Jason Wahlberg started in 10th, has made it up to 9th. Mike Marshall started in 12th, and he is up to 11th. Matt Bear started in 14th and is up to 15th. Last lap, Yuho was the fastest on track. And looks like Avery Walker has gone off track. We'll see if it was just a bit outside out of the turn. Does manage to get it back out on track unscathed, but Avery Walker now drops to 15th. So 10 positions lost by Walker. Giancarlo out front has a 1 second lead, about 1.1 second. Harry in second was the fastest in practice, is not gaining any ground yet, but Yuho is all over the back bumper on Harry, looking for a place to pass. And look at this, the man who has been probably the most impressive so far this season, Simon Zierk. Last season we talked about how consistent he was as Yuho makes the move. Can't make it stick yet, but he is looking. Back to Simon Zierk though, last season extremely consistent. Always in the top 10, just didn't have the level of speed that needed to keep up with the top guys. Suddenly, 3 races into this season, he has the consistency and the speed. Yuho sticks the nose in. Oh, Yuho is around. And he clicks. He collected Harry. Let's take another look at that. I want to see if they touched. I'm assuming they did. Here comes Yuho. He dives down to the inside through the right-hander, and it looks like, I almost think Harry didn't know he had the nose in there. Yeah, it just looks like Harry was trying to block the line. Let's try and look at it from a different angle. Harry trying to hold him off. Drops down, cut across the apex, but they both end up getting caught. And look who sneaks right through the middle of that. Simon Zierk is now in second. Simon Zierk, that is what has kept him getting faster, kept him moving up the points all season long. Nick Sorensen now in third. Chris Barber now up in fourth. Jason Wahlberg in fifth. Eric McCready in sixth. Harry managed to recover for seventh. Yuho recovers into eighth. Mike Dolling in ninth. Mike Marshall in 10th. Adam Barker now up to 11th. Brian LaRue in 12th, Matt Bear in 13th. Avery Walker, after the early incident, back into 14th, and Ed Schiller currently in 15th. And a cool new paint job for Ed Schiller in the Audi, I might add. With that incident behind him, Giancarlo has opened up a 3.4 second lead over Simon Zierk in second. Now it is all on Simon to see if he can make up any ground. Nick Sorensen in third, 2.5 seconds back. Chris Barber in fourth, and Jason Wahlberg in fifth. Wahlberg is another one we'll be watching closely this season, as he is another one that has been consistently working his way forward so far this season. Don't forget, even though we've got the doubleheader now, we have more racing for tonight. BRR Cup Series will be live at 7:30 Eastern tonight. You don't want to miss that. And I know there's a few hours gap between there. You might be lonely. You want to hear my voice. You want to watch some racing. Go to our YouTube channel. Check out the last 15. There is a video posted the last 15 laps of the XCal race from Tuesday night. I promise you, you will not regret watching that video. One of the most exciting finishes we have ever broadcast by a mile. Chris Barber was off track. I believe that was him we saw spinning in the background. Oh, looks like he just clips the grass as he's trying to carry momentum off. Backs it in. Oh! Ends up upside down. He did have to tow. And a heartbreak for Barber. Fortunately, he'll have a second opportunity in the second race to make up some points. McCready has gone off track. And just gets a little, looked like he had too much. Oh, right in front of Harry. Harry clips him. Looks like Harry might have been caught as well. Oh, what a heartbreak. Harry had such good practice, such a good run early on, but has now lost a lot of ground due to incidents in front of him, or in the instance with Yuho, just failed attempt at a pass by Yuho that sent them both around. Giancarlo's lead now 4.3 seconds over Simon Zierk. Nick Sorensen in third. Jason Wahlberg in fourth. Look at this. Yuho's made his way back up to fifth. Mike Dolling in sixth. Mike Marshall in seventh. Adam Barker currently has eighth place. Great job by Harry. He is still in ninth. Obviously heavy damage to the front of that car. not giving an inch here. Brian LaRue currently running in 10th, the lone Mercedes in the field. And 4 out of 5 Audis outside the top 10 with Avery Walker in 11th. 13th is McMullet. 14th is Ed Schiller. And Chris Barber coming back out on track in 15th. Only one Audi in the top 10, and that is, of course, Adam Barker, who so far, so good, has kept that car out of trouble. Giancarlo, though, out front. Chris Barber is back out on track. Obviously has lost a lap here due to having to be towed. And it seems like a really good time as we approach the halfway point of this event. When Giancarlo you know what, we don't want to ride with Giancarlo. Harry's had no luck. Let's see if we can maybe give him a little luck. We're going to take a ride with Harry once he gets back to the start-finish line. Down through the final couple of corners. And down through the final corner, let's dial up Harry's in-car camera. Out of the final corner, carrying as much momentum, trying to stay in the slipstream of Adam Barker. Obviously, the damage to the front of that car affecting the aero a little bit, but he is managing to hang with them. Into turn 1, and oh, Adam Barker gets right in front of Harry. Adam Barker, I believe that was Mike Marshall, as they come out of turn 2. These are the trickiest parts of the track, the up and downhill turns. We'll take a look at Adam Barker and Mike Marshall again here in just a moment. Probably the tightest turn on the track right here, the 180-degree right-hander. Then they start building up the speed. Easy on the gas, making sure you don't spin the tires, and then start carrying more momentum. Couple of high-speed corners here. Back out of the throttle. Getting ready for, and the up, then downhill left-hand corner. This is part of why the Porsche was so difficult here and not fast. It gets too light through that section of track. Picking speed back up, pit road entrance on the left. They don't need that anymore. Down into the final left-hand turn, back to the start-finish line. And let's see what Harry's lap time, even with the aero damage, 1:28. Not a bad lap for Harry. All right, let's take a quick look at Adam Barker and Mike Marshall. Oh, as Harry goes off track, as does Brian LaRue. We knew it would get a lot more exciting with these doubleheader races. Didn't know how much. Adam Barker, as they go off into the first turn. Oh, he gets too much of the curbing. Collects Mike Marshall, but they both manage to get the cars going again. Now let's see what happened between Harry and Brian LaRue here. Oh, Harry just gets a little bit too wide, and it looks like Brian was watching what Harry did and just copied it by accident. Everybody gets back on track and keeps going. But the back half of the field has changed completely once again. Giancarlo still has the lead. Simon Zierk in second. Nick Sorensen now up to third. Yuho in fourth. Jason Wahlberg is now up to fifth. Mike Dolling in sixth. Avery Walker has recovered from his earlier incident that put him in dead last He is now up to 7th. Harry back up, has made it in, or held on to 8th, excuse me. Matt Baer, so far the biggest mover in the BMW, currently in 9th after starting last. Brian LaRue in 10th. Mike Marshall in 11th. Eric McCready back in 12th. Ed Schiller now up to 13th. Adam Barker, after that incident, currently running 14th. And Chris Barber in 15th after his incident and having to tow to pit road. Halfway through the first race, and Giancarlo's lead now 4.6 seconds. And we won't be seeing Giancarlo be conservative. He has no reason to save fuel or tires. He is just sending it today. Looking through to see the fastest lap of the day so far, though, was ran by Yuho. The second fastest was Simon Zierk, and their times were separated by 1/100th of a second. Ed Schiller has had a problem. Oh, looks like Ed just got a little bit wide through that section. I think he was trying to correct it. Let's see if we can dial up his cockpit view, because I do believe he tried to correct it mid-turn. Now, I thought he got the brakes. Doesn't look like it. Just grabbed a little too much of the grass, and around he went. Simon Zierk currently in second. Giancarlo in the lead. Simon continues his march to the front of the point standings. And with Julian Ricart not here today, that will help guys like Mike Doling, Adam Barker, Mike Marshall, Simon Zierk, all of them benefiting from that. Julian will lose a lot of positions until the drop races are calculated. Simon Zierk running in second place. Third place in points, Mike Marshall back in 11th. Adam Barker currently 13th. I do believe he'll pick up both of those spots. He'll go to it. Simon Zierk, if he continues like this in both races, will go up several spots. Matt Baer has gone off track. Hey, thanks, Russell. Yeah, I feel a bit better, too. Oh, Matt just gets wide in the grass there. And manages to hold on to it. Yeah, Russell, I have barely talked the last couple of days. Made a point of not talking, cough drops, and everything else to help my voice come back to normal. Still got a little bit of a worn out feel to it, but we're getting there. Now don't forget, I know it only shows 11 minutes left. Remember, it is a new format starting today for the remainder of the season. Doubleheader racing, that'll make things extraordinarily exciting here. They will go straight from heat number 1 to heat number 2. But the top 7, they're getting reversed. As it stands right now, Giancarlo will start race number 2 from the back. And as it stands right now, Harry would actually start on the pole for race number 2. Brian LaRue currently in 9th place. The lone Mercedes in the field, and a couple of guys were actually talking about how this is probably the best car for the track. One of the best anyway. A lot of guys saying they actually tested it. They were really on the fence between that, the Audi, and the BMW, because the Mercedes is so good here with the high speed parts of the track. And look at Matt Baer. Matt currently running in 10th and gaining on LaRue. Excuse me. Looking through to see, this is the closest battle on track right now. And they've got Mike Marshall closing in as well. Not far behind is the mullet power of McCready. Giancarlo has had an incident. Up the hill where the car gets extremely light. Settles back in, down the hill, into the right-hander. Spins it around through the turn. Simon Zierk gets by while he's recovering. And that is Simon Zierk to the lead. Giancarlo losing a ton of positions here. I say a ton. He drops back to third. Sorensen gets by. Yuho is right on his back bumper too. Brian LaRue has had an incident. Getting inside the last 10 minutes of Heat 1, and here they are all sending it. LaRue just sends it too deep in that corner. Matt Bear manages to get by. As did Mike Marshall. To move Matt Bear up to 9th, Marshall up to 10th. And for the first time, I do believe all season long, Simon Zierk has the lead. Remember, we talked to Simon during pre-race, excited about today. He was looking forward to it. He knows he's getting faster, and his consistency, just his inherent level of consistency, really beneficial. But now that he's got the consistency and the speed, he is making something happen with it. Remember, he drove through that first incident early in the race with Yuho and Harry. Has avoided chaos everywhere and worked his way up to the lead. I know Simon extremely excited about today. Coming into this race and with the point situation, he is definitely going to benefit here from this first race if he can pull off the win. Sorensen currently in second. Now Giancarlo in third, but Yuho all over the back bumper. And let's not forget that Mike Marshall and Matt Bear are still back here battling, and McCready is gaining on them. Giancarlo and Yuho, though, still going at it. That is for third and fourth. Those are the last two seasons champions. Giancarlo won the last season. Yuho won the season before that. Two great competitors on equal footing now this season in equal cars. Worth noting that Yuho got, after that championship, Yuho got the nickname the Slayer. That was how good of a season. He didn't even make the last race and still won the championship. Matt Bear has crashed. Ed Schilling has crashed and gone to pit road. Let's start with Ed Schiller's incident. Down through that tight 180-degree right-hand turn, I think Ed just pulled over. Hope everything's okay, Ed. All right, on to Matt Bear. Right-hander, and it looks like some chicken grease just slid out of the engine, and a close call behind him, but Matt Bear manages to get by. Mike Marshall got by and picks up a spot. Matt Bear drops back to 11th. Mike Marshall now up to 10th. McCready in 9th. Harry in 8th. McCready actually got by Mike Marshall in the middle of that. Giancarlo and Yuho still battling for third place. Chris Barber has had an incident. Looks like minimal impact. Let's see what happened. A lot of guys having problems right here. Manages to go wide. Everybody gets by. He gets back out on track, but Ed Schiller, whatever happened, he is back out on track. Or on his way off pit road, I should say. But Simon Zierk has the lead. 3/4 of a second is the gap. Nick Sorensen right on his back bumper. Plus, Giancarlo is gaining on him. Also, neither Gunther is here tonight. They are in 10th and 11th in points, so definitely a big, with the 2-race format now, definitely going to be a big impact in the points. And make sure you check back this week. You will get to see some in-car streams during the day. Not sure if we'll get any in tomorrow. You can definitely expect some Tuesday. Take a moment between heats as well. Hit that share button. Share to all your friends and family. Let's fill up the stands, the sides of the track, and everywhere the fans are allowed to be. 3 minutes left. Simon's lead down to half a second as Nick Sorensen has caught up. They are 2 seconds ahead of Giancarlo and Yuho. Mike Dolling has made his way up to 5th. Jason Wahlberg is in 6th now. Avery Walker in 7th, though, looking for that 6th place position. This 2-race strategy this 2-race format now definitely playing very interesting without the tire and fuel strategy here. Guys are pushing the whole race. Nobody has to save fuel. Nobody has to save anything. They are all full send all the way around. All right, Zierk and Sorensen still nose to tail. Simon's starting to pull away just a little bit. Giancarlo in 3rd. Still has Yuho on his back, but Giancarlo has closed the gap down to 1.7 seconds. Matt Baer has gone off track and had an incident. Oh, he got some of the grass again this time. Manages to get that car back out on track, though. Kind of an awesome save there by Matt Baer. Jason Wahlberg, I think he might have had too little fuel in the car. He's going to pit road. Sorensen and Zierk battling for the lead. Zierk managing to hold Sorensen off, but Giancarlo closed down a half second on the battle. As they battle, that's allowing Giancarlo to reel him in. Yuho as well, as Yuho comes in to back a shot. We'll get the white flag this time by. Nick Sorensen all over the back bumper, seeing what that Ferrari can do here. Giancarlo is 1 point. He's lost ground to this battle, as has Yuho. Mike Marshall is also on pit road now. A lot happening at the last minute of the race here. Simon Zierk and Sorensen battling for the lead. Giancarlo in 3rd, Yuho in 4th, Mike Dolling in 5th, Avery Walker now in 6th, Harry back up to 7th. Brian LaRue, the lone Mercedes, has made his way to 8th. McCready in 9th, and Matt Baer, the biggest mover so far, in 10th. Adam Barker back up to 11th. Jason Wahlberg in 12th. Mike Marshall currently 13th. Chris Barber 14th. And Ed Schiller in 15th. The battle for the lead as they go around the final lap. The final lap of race number 1. Don't go anywhere. We're going straight to race number 2. Giancarlo is sending it, but he's close within a second, and they're going to have a... I don't think Jason Wahlberg will come into play here. I think there might be a little... Yeah, there's a little too much of a gap between them. So Jason Wahlberg, the lap car, will not come into play. Simon Zierk trying desperately to pull away as Nick Sorensen trying desperately to find a way past. They come through the final section. Simon holds on to the lead. Coming down toward the final corner. Simon just has a 0.4 of a second lead. Can Sorensen do anything with him? Out of the final turn, down the start-finish straight. Checkers is in the air. Simon Zierk wins for the first time this season. Nick Sorensen is second. Giancarlo is third. Yuho fourth. Mike Dolling fifth. Avery Walker in sixth. And Harry finishes seventh. That top seven will reverse for the start of race number 2. Brian LaRue is 8th, McMullen McCready in 9th, and Matt Bear in 10th. Adam Barker 11th, Jason Wahlberg 12th, Chris Barber in 13th, Mike Marshall in 14th, Ed Schiller in 15th. Let's see if we can get a quick word between races with Simon. Hey Simon, it's Doug. You got me?
Oh, hi Doug.
Hey, buddy. Hey, I know you only got a minute between races here, but I wanted to congratulate you. That was an awesome win and great wreck avoidance out there today. You dodged everything.
Oh yeah, thank you. But it was close at the end with Nick behind me.
Yeah, it looked like that last couple of laps, Nick was gaining on you, but you were able to pull away at all the right times.
Yeah. Thank God. So, I don't know. Wow, what a race. First win.
Well, congratulations, your first win of the season. However, that does put you toward the back starting this next race. How are you feeling about that?
I hope that there is a little bit of confidence in front, and so I can get also a good position for the second race.
All right, man. Well, good luck, and hopefully you can maybe get the sweep here today.
Thank you.
All right, Simon Zierk, they've got a 5-minute warm-up. Let's see if I can talk to Nick Sorensen, who finished second. Hey, Nick, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
Oh, what's up, Doug?
Hey, man. Congratulations. How much more time did you need to get past Simon?
One more lap, I would have maybe got him, but he defended really nicely, and it took away my favorite spots to try and overtake.
It did look like he was able to pull away at a couple of different spots on the track, but then as soon as he'd get away, you'd just come running back up to him. It seemed like you had the advantage in the tighter turns.
Yeah, I think I did, but he just ran perfect lines in order to keep me behind him. I couldn't get by.
Now you're going to have to move further back on the start of this one due to your finishing position. How are you feeling about that?
Just keep it clean. Yeah, this is a new format for us, so it's going to be interesting. But I think just keeping it clean and hitting your apexes and your exits should be all right.
It is a tough track to pass. Are you going to be able to work your way back up to the front?
I don't know. Might be a pretty stiff competition ahead of me, but we'll give it a shot.
All right, man. Good luck, buddy.
Thanks.
All right, everybody coming out for warm-up, they have 3.5 minutes, which means you have enough time to hit the snack bar, get some food, get some drink, and while you're standing in line waiting, please hit that share button, hit the heart on Facebook, and show them a little love. All right, while we have a little bit of warm-up time left, I'm going to see if I can get a word with Mike Dulling about the new format, see how he's feeling about it. Hey, Mike, this is Doug. Hey, Mike, this is Doug. You got me?
Hey, Doug. How you doing?
Hey, man, pretty good. Have to ask, coming into this second race, obviously the racing today has been crazy, but how are you feeling about this new format, and how's everybody else liking it?
Me personally, I think it's better. I think it adds more competition. It keeps the racing a bit tighter, and it gives you an incentive to kind of try and get in the top 7. Everyone else seems to be enjoying it so far. So, fingers crossed that the new format that it'll be a success.
Well, I have to say, it's definitely noticeable that guys are not having to or trying fuel strategies, saving anything. It is full send every single lap, and that has made the racing pretty extreme and pretty awesome.
Good. That was the idea. The idea is we want to try and get it so that you're really competing for those places, because you've got 30 minutes to make a difference. So we'll see how it pans out now, because there's a bit of a reverse grid going on. We saw a little bit of attrition in the first race, so I think we're going to see people hopefully coming from the back, working their way through the pack, and I don't know. I think it'll be fun.
Now, I mean, we saw, like you said, a lot of attrition, the reverse grid. Do you think that, are you worried about any additional incidents, rather, due to the reverse grid, or you think it's just going to be a lot of clean side-by-side, especially at a track like this? It's tough to pass.
I don't know. Generally, this group, or our group, we're try and keep it as clean as we can. I don't know. I think it'll just add to the fun. We'll see what happens. I think it'll get a few laughs, and hopefully it'll make for a good race.
I definitely think it will, but I also think something I thought about this morning, and looking at the points. I mean, after the first race, the points obviously are going to be shooken up a little bit. It's going to make things really interesting as the season goes on.
Exactly. So it'll hopefully add to the mix a bit more.
All right, man. About to go green. Good luck.
All right. Cheers. Bye.
All right, Mike Dulling. As we get into race number 2, they take the grid as follows. It'll be Harry and Avery Walker on the front row, Mike Dulling and Yuho on the second row. Giancarlo and Nick Sorensen have the third row. Simon Zierk, Brian LaRue on the fourth row. McMullet and Matt Bear on the fifth row. Adam Barker in 11th. Jason Wahlberg in 12th. 13th will be Chris Barber, Mike Marshall in 14th, and Ed Schiller in 15th. Simon Zierk, the winner of race 1, restarts back in 8th. Giancarlo right in front of him. So the top 7 reverse, and that is going to make things pretty exciting as we have guys trying to fight their way back through traffic. Harry, as I mentioned, a little bit of trouble in that race, but stuck it out and managed to pull off a pretty good finish. Now starting on the pole with Walker right next to him. So a lot changed. The points are going to change dramatically. I would imagine after tonight, they are scored full points for each race. So if somebody were to win, if Simon Zierk pulls off 2 wins here tonight, or this morning, that'll be 50 points for Zierk. As they complete the pace lap, things really about to heat up as some of these guys, obviously Harry, one of the fastest, if not the fastest in practice, has had a rough day, managed to fight it out and hold on to a top 7 finish. Could Harry walk away with this morning? Avery Walker starting in second, Mike Dolling third, Yuho in fourth, Giancarlo in fifth. Nick Sorensen, Simon Zierk, Brian LaRue, McCready, and Wahlberg rounding out the top 10. Matt Bear and Chris Barber do not take to the grid. Both sitting on pit road. Looks like they're going to start from pit road this time. Did not see any incidents the first 2 laps of the first race, so interesting strategy to be starting from pit road this morning. Coming down, getting ready for the green. No pit stops needed, no tires needed, no nothing needed. It is just full send the whole time as the Porsche pace car pulls into pit road. Out of the final turn, Avery Walker chomping at the bit, as is Harry. And they're down and away. Green flag is in the air. Harry gets a good jump on the field as they come down the straightaway down towards turn 1. And look at this, Yuho already making a move for second place. Avery Walker on the outside, he slots back into third. Harry already got a bit of a gap, 1 second, but Yuho already starting to gain. Avery Walker now back into third. Matt Bear, Chris Barber, both off of pit road now. And look at this. Simon Zierk, the winner of race 1, already starting to fight for position. Simon Zierk looking for a way around Mike Dolling right in front of him. Nick Sorensen finished second. He is in the previous race already up to 5th. Giancarlo has already gotten up to 4th. Meanwhile, Harry's lead is growing. It is now 1.3 seconds. Mike Dolling back in 6th. Simon Zierk holding 7th. Hasn't been able to make a move yet. Brian LaRue in 8th. Jason Wahlberg in 9th. Adam Barker now up to 10th. Adam finished race number 1 in 11th. No bad luck today. Just struggling during race number 1. And look at this. McMullet dives down to the inside. He's going to shoot to the inside. Can't get the run. Giancarlo has gone off track. Let's see how much. Doesn't look like much. He is still in 4th place right now. Just a little bit wide out of 1, and Sorensen followed him. Harry's lead now down to 1 second as Yuho is starting to get some heat in the tires. We have noticed that Yuho we heard him talk about it a couple of weeks ago, how he's still trying to drive that Lambo like a Porsche. However, that Lambo now starting to be driven like a Lambo, and he is making his way forward in it. Avery Walker has 3rd, Giancarlo in 4th, Sorensen in 5th. And look how close it is without having to save tires, without having to save fuel. Yuho gaining. The top 4 all within less than 2 seconds of each other. Yuho just ran the fastest lap of the race so far. Simon Zierk all over the back bumper of Mike Dolling right now. Looking for any way past. He's got to be hyped, getting his first race win of the season. And you heard Dolling talk about it between the races. These guys are definitely going for everything they can. Incentive to be in the top 7. You got to think some of these guys will be in future races aiming to finish race 1 in 7th just so they can start on the pole. Harry has started on the pole, already led the first 2 laps, but Yuho is coming. Avery Walker has held Giancarlo off so far. Sorensen back there in 5th. Mike Dolling really has his hands full as Simon looked down to the inside. And it looks like McMullet just picked up a position here that he had been working on, trying to find a way past Barker. Shoots down to the inside, gets the nose ahead, but into the next corner, Adam Barker comes back. Nick Sorensen has gotten up to 4th. Look at Simon. Oh, Simon went off track. Was it an overdrive or did he get touched? I didn't get a... Oh, he gets a little bit of the grass mid-turn and it sends him off. Simon Zierk wins race number 1, but now back in 12th and a long way to go. Yuho has fallen back to 7th place now. Let's see what happened with Yuho here. Guess we just missed it. Let's back the replay up just a little bit. It looks like he just overdrove, trying to get a run on Harry down into turn 1. And a little bit of a bump there into turn 1. Nice drift and save by Yuho, but he loses several positions. And Yuho has gone to pit road, likely for repairs. Meanwhile, Harry is holding off a hard-charging Avery Walker. And look at this, Sorensen and Giancarlo going at it. Sorensen's got a run down to the inside off the turn, but Giancarlo manages to clear him. Meanwhile, the battle for the lead is Avery Walker, now in 2nd place, trying to find a way. He's got down to the inside on Harry. I think there might have been a little bit of door banging there. The Avery's still in 2nd, but Giancarlo now having cleared Nick Sorensen up to 3rd. Mike Dolling in 4th, Brian LaRue in 5th, Adam Barker is 6th, McCready now up to 7th. Mike Marshall, who started in 12th, is now up, he started in 14th, is now up to 9th. He's got Wahlberg all over the back bumper. Simon Zierk has picked up 1 position. He is now back in 11th. Hopefully Simon can pick up some positions out here after that incident. That battle into turn 1 getting a little bit hectic. These guys know 2 short races, they don't have to fuel or stop for anything. They are sending it all the way around the track. After the incidents early, Brian LaRue in 5th and the tops are in 6th rather, and the top 6 all within 3 seconds. Adam Barker has now made, he goes a little wide there. Adam Barker now up to 7th after starting in 11th. McCready now in 8th. Jason Wahlberg up to 9th now, and Mike Marshall in 10th. But Simon Zierk was over 4.5 seconds back. It's now down to 3.9. Simon is coming toward the front. Does he have enough time? And then the heartbreak with Yuho, that incident off into turn 1, has pushed him now back into 15th. Harry has a drag race into turn 1. He holds Avery Walker off for the moment. Through turn 2. He still manages to hold him. Avery keeps trying to make something happen down the front straightaway. Not a lot of places to pass. Avery looking to the inside, can't get the nose in. I think with the 2 races with the doubleheader setup, I think we might... Sorensen's making a move on the outside of Giancarlo. I think we might see some more aggressive driving, maybe a few dive bombs, trying to make something happen out here. Matt Bear has gone to pit road after an incident. Oh, that was the pass. Let's find Matt Bear's incident. Let's see what caused him to go off. Looks like he just overdrove the corner and backs it across into the sand. He has gone to pit road for the moment. Harry currently leading, but here is where Avery keeps trying to make something happen down the front straightaway into 1. Avery goes out to the outside. Can he make it stick this time? Doesn't look like he's got enough. Meanwhile, Giancarlo and Nick Sorensen all over the back bumper of these two guys. Oh! Harry gets together with Avery Walker. Harry's around. Avery's still going. Let's see what happened there. Looked like off into turn 1. Harry just, something went wrong when he got on the brakes. Couldn't get the car to turn at all. Gets the car whipped back around. But Harry loses a lot of positions, and guess who's back to the lead? Giancarlo has the lead. Nick Sorensen now in second. Mike Dolling in third. Brian LaRue in fourth. And Adam Barker now up to fifth. Jason Wahlberg in sixth. Avery Walker now back into seventh. McCready in eighth. Mike Marshall in ninth. Simon Zierk has worked his way back up to 10th. 11th is Chris Barber, and Harry now back into 12th. Ed Schiller up to 13th, Yuho up to 14th, Matt Bear into 15th. Harry is going to pit road. It was a pretty significant hit to the side of the car. Nick Sorensen trying to, look at this, Brian LaRue trying to take third place from Mike Dolling. LaRue keeps looking for a way to get that Mercedes around him. All over the back bumper, but just has not found the place to get the run. However, the power of the Mercedes, he might have the advantage going out of that final turn down the front straightaway, set up into turn 1. Out of the final turn they come. Let's see if he can make something happen. Down the front straightaway, nothing doing yet. Giancarlo still has the lead, but Sorensen is not letting him get away, and these two are running away from Mike Doling right now. Brian LaRue in 4th, and Adam Barker now in 5th. Jason Wahlberg has the biggest mover so far. He started in 12th. He has made his way up to 6th. He was having a great run in the first race. Hasn't been able to do anything with. Harry came back out off pit road, had an incident, and has towed to pit road. Looks like he just caught a little too much of the dirt right there, spun it around, and towed back to pit road. We could see Harry could be done for the day. Have to wait and see if he does come back out on track. Just over halfway through race number 2, and the battle is still extremely close. Giancarlo leads Sorensen by just over a 1/10 of a second. Back in 3rd is Mike Doling, Brian LaRue, and Adam Barker gaining on him. LaRue backing off for a couple of laps there, has seen Adam Barker coming, and has now started working his way forward. Wahlberg in 6th, also closing in. Avery Walker now back in 7th after that incident earlier in the race. Simon Zierk went all the way back to 12th after a lap 2 incident. He is now back up to 8th place after winning race number 1 and has Avery Walker just ahead. Mike Marshall started in 14th. He is currently in 9th. Chris Barber in 10th. McMullet currently running in 11th. Yuho back up to 12th. And Ed Schiller in 13th. It looks like Harry and Matt Bear are both out of the race. And as you heard between the races, this is going to make for a very interesting point situation as the remainder of the season goes on. With 2 races being scored equally, the same number of points, the winner getting 25 points, it'll make things, it'll definitely flip-flop the points, especially with the top 7 reversing, although that reversal doesn't seem to be affecting Giancarlo too much, as he started in 5th and has already made his way to the lead. But Sorensen all over the back bumper, well, that does make things a bit interesting. Simon Zierk came into today 6th in points, winning the first race. Definitely benefit him after that early incident. He is fell back to 12th, has recovered up to 8th place. So a big points day for Simon Zierk, especially if he can continue picking up positions. However, the Mike Doling, Adam Barker, and Mike Marshall, the 3 drivers ahead of him in the points. Mike Marshall is right behind him. Mike Doling in 3rd and Adam Barker in 5th. He needs to pick up some positions as Adam Barker's got a run on LaRue now. Down the front straightaway, Barker looking to the inside into turn 1. He's going to take it easily. And Giancarlo, who we've seen dominate races this season, is currently unable to get away from Nick Sorensen. Mike Doling in 3rd has lost some ground to him. And Adam Barker right here in the middle of the mix. He's in 4th, looking for 3rd from Doling. Brian LaRue tried for a couple of laps to get around Doling, couldn't do it. Now we've got a battle as Adam Barker is in the mix. Simon Zierk and Avery Walker battling it out. Simon's got the inside line into that corner, and it looks like he's going to take it. Can Avery Walker make a comeback as Nick Sorensen has gone off track? We saw the smoke there. Nick currently in 6th. He was looking for a way around Giancarlo. He was battling for the lead, loses a lot of ground. Now Giancarlo has a lead of 4.2 seconds over Mike Dolling. But look at this, Adam Barker now up into 3rd. Adam came into today 4th in points. 3rd place in points is directly in front of him. That is Mike Dolling. So this is not only a battle on track, this is a points battle as well. Mike Dolling had a better race number 1, and he picked up some points there. But Adam Barker is definitely trying to make up the difference. Brian LaRue still in the mix here as well, as Jason Wahlberg is holding on to 5th. Here comes Sorensen. The 2 Ferraris all over each other. Simon Zierk is 3 seconds behind this battle. Oh! Nick Sorensen in trouble again. Nick trying to set up to the inside of Wahlberg. Overcooks it. Wahlberg thankfully corrects to come back and cut back under. Simon has to go wide, manages to avoid him. So Giancarlo has the lead. Dolling in 2nd, having to fend off Adam Barker in 3rd. Brian LaRue now up to 4th. Jason Wahlberg now up to 5th. Simon Zierk has recovered from his earlier incident, now in 6th. But he is 7 seconds behind Wahlberg right now. But look at the level of competition we're seeing with the new format today. Everybody stepping up their game. Avery Walker currently in 7th. Chris Barber now up to 8th. Mike Marshall, after starting 14th, in 9th. Yuho has made up some ground into 10th. But the biggest heartbreak of the day is Nick Sorensen. He was up in 2nd place. He was having an amazing run after starting this race in 6th place. Had fought his way forward, avoided incidents in front of him, and now, after being involved in a couple of incidents himself, one trying to pass Giancarlo, one trying to pick up another spot as he recovered from that, is all the way back to 11th. McCready has had an incident. And it looks like that Audi might have a little bit of damage on the back. He caught the dirt, manages to catch the sand and save the car. I stand corrected, there is no damage on the back of the Audi. I thought I saw some while he was still on track. So Giancarlo's lead now 4.9 seconds over Adam Barker, who has made his way up to 2nd, gotten past Mike Dolling. Let's see how that happened. Sets up to the inside of the corner. Both drivers extremely respectful, giving each other the room, not trying to drive onto each other, but what a battle these two were having. And now Adam Barker to 2nd place. He is 5 seconds behind Giancarlo right now. With 6 minutes, or just under 7 minutes left to go. I don't know if he has the time, but hopefully Adam Barker can make up a little bit of ground. Mike Dolling, though, still all over the back bumper in 3rd. Brian LaRue still within striking distance in 4th. And Jason Wahlberg still there in 5th. And Simon Zierk's recovery up into 6th after going as far back as 12th place has been legendary. Avery Walker now back up into 7th after drifting even further back after an incident. Chris Barber, who started in 13th, now running in 8th. Barber starting to make himself known here today. Mike Marshall started in 14th up to 9th. Mike had a rough first race and ended up back in 14th. We saw him fighting through a couple of battles, but losing out every time. This track, so tough to pass. And Yuho, obviously having the incident in turn 1, had an epic save, but drifted all the way back into 11th. He had drifted back to 11th, had to go to pit road for repairs, and now has made his way up into 10th. And as mentioned, the biggest heartbreak of the day, Nick Sorensen, who was up there battling, finished 2nd in race number 1, was going for the lead when just drove in a little too deep, lost the back end, and then another incident. He had fallen back to 7th, had made his way back up, was trying to pick up 5th place, same type situation, and drifts all the way back to 11th. Just under 5 minutes left. Giancarlo has a 4.5 second lead. Adam Barker is chipping away at the lead, but at only a half a second or so a lap. Does he have enough time? Mike Dolling still in 3rd, still right there with him. Brian LaRue in 4th. Seems to be losing a little bit of ground on 2nd and 3rd. Jason Wahlberg is gaining on LaRue in 5th. 1.5 seconds back from him. Simon Zierk in 6th. 6 seconds back. Will not be able to make up any more positions. But the recovery by Zierk in winning race number 1 today. We talked about earlier about Simon Zierk's consistency and how good it is. He's one of the most consistent drivers in the group. Now with a win today, he knows he can get it done, and this season has shown he has got the speed to go with the consistency. Giancarlo, just over 3 minutes left. His lead, 4.66 seconds. Adam Barker still making up ground, but didn't make up any on that last lap. Mike Dolling just staying in the slipstream right now, looking for an opportunity to reclaim 2nd place. Brian LaRue now has Jason Wahlberg all over his back bumper. Oh, Wahlberg gets a little bit of the grass, but he dives down to the inside. This is where we've seen most of the incidents here today. Wahlberg gets off the turn, manages to hold on to it. Jason Wahlberg now to 4th. LaRue back into 5th. Wahlberg so far one of the biggest movers of the race. He started in 12th. He is up to 4th. The biggest mover, though, is Adam Barker, who started in 11th and currently running in 2nd place. And look at Barker sling that car around. Wow. Coming down that hill, he was just slinging that car side to side, putting it wherever he wanted. Giancarlo comes down. White flag in the air for Giancarlo. Adam Barker in 2nd has closed the gap down to 4.2 seconds. He will not have enough time. Mike Dolling in 3rd, still in contention. 4th place is Brian LaRue. Simon Zierk back in 5th. Simon is gaining on LaRue, but not going to be enough time left. Avery Walker back in 6th. Chris Barber now up to 7th. Mike Marshall to 8th. Yuho to 9th. And Jason Wahlberg. Jason had an incident a moment ago after picking up 4th place. Oh, just a little snap loose out of the out of the turn. He goes hard into the tire barrier and now back into 10th. Nick Sorensen has also had an off-track incident on this last lap. Nick really sending it. He knew he was fast earlier. He was holding Giancarlo off in the first race. And speaking of Giancarlo, he is headed to the final turn. Through the final turn, down the front straightaway, Giancarlo is going to win race number 2. Adam Barker is going to come home with a second place finish. Mike Doling in third. Brian LaRue will finish 4th. Simon Zierich manages to recover for a 5th place finish. Interesting note about this, Giancarlo finished 5th in race 1 and won race number 2. Simon won race number 1 and finishes 5th in race number 2. Avery Walker is 6th, Chris Barber 7th, Yuho in 8th, Jason Wahlberg is 9th, and Mike Marshall in 10th. Let's see if we can talk to some of our drivers. Let's start with Mike Doling. Hey Mike, this is Doug. You got me?
Hey Doug, yep, I got you.
Hey, first off, a great 3rd place finish, but that battle between you and Adam there for a while got really exciting.
Yeah, it was good fun. I really enjoyed it, and I couldn't get past the little bugger. Oh, we're trying to jump. Hang on, what's happening? Oh, this one. Okay then. Whee! There we are, upside down.
Oh, nice!
Yeah, anyway, I can talk again now. I'm upside down. Yeah, it was a good race. I really enjoyed it. Adam, oh, I just got here. Adam did really well. He deserved it, and I'm just happy to pick up a 3rd place, to be honest.
Well, it's definitely going to be a great points day for you and for Adam and for a lot of guys. But man, the 2-race format is definitely a good. Holy cow! Somebody just went flying. I think that might have been Sorensen that just flew over the top of you guys. We're going to take a look. But man, great race, great 3rd place finish, man.
Cheers. Thanks, Doug.
Thanks. Obviously, the boys having a little fun. Let's see if we can get a word with Adam Barker now, who finished in 2nd. Hey, Adam, it's Doug. You got me?
Oh, yeah, man. How we doing?
Pretty good. I have to say, this post-race activity is hilarious.
Yeah, we were all trying to find a jump.
Well, it definitely looks like a lot of fun. Now, I gotta say, I was telling Mike a minute ago, you guys' battle there, that was pretty epic.
Yeah, man, it was a lot of fun. It was a great race.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say that the new format is really shake things up. You've got to be a bit quicker. You can't just wait behind people anymore. You got to go for the moves.
Yeah, and we saw a lot of that. A lot of guys just sticking the nose in where you weren't expecting it, and some of the moves. I mean, this is not an easy track to pass on. So you guys really put on a show.
Yeah, like 1 or 2 different parts that you can crash. You can crash or overtake. The hairpin's a good one. And then obviously turn 1, which is really you've got to rely on the other person just to give you a bit more room.
Well, it definitely worked out today. You made the pass down into 1, just outbraking him, and it worked out perfectly for you. And it does seem with the race, started the season with a race win. So far, extremely consistent and extremely good finish. Don't want to jinx it, but it looks like some of that bad luck has finally left you.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little bit unfortunate with Mike in the first race. He just he thought he was clear, and we just touched a little bit, and we ended up going off. But fighting from 11th to 2nd was good fun.
Well,
I'm not sure quite what happened ahead of us, but I think there was maybe something questionable. But it was a good race. I thoroughly enjoyed.
Well, congratulations, man. Great season so far.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, let's see if we can talk to our race winner. Hey, Giancarlo, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, Doug.
Hey, here's an interesting statistic for you. You finished 5th in the first race when Simon won. Simon finished 5th in the second race, and you won.
Yeah, definitely a few eventful races here.
It definitely has been. Now, the new format, obviously, you had some problems in the first race, didn't get the finish you normally would like, but come back and pull off a win in the second race. How are you feeling about the new format?
I mean, I think we did it to make things more eventful for everybody because people would get kind of spread out in the hour-long races. So I think it did it did well in that sense. Definitely made that mistake in the first race, and then in the second race, it just seemed like I was just driving, and then incidents behind me and in front of me kind of just opened the way. I would seem very fortunate to end in P1 there.
You and Nick had a really close battle. He really sent it in deep trying to get past you, but it seems like these guys, everybody took the aggression up to 11 today.
Yeah, I mean, I think him and I for the whole time we were close to each other, we had very different ways of going through that uphill left-hander. And I think maybe I broke a little bit early and it caught him off guard. I saw he just kind of lost it. But when you only have 30 minutes, you definitely got to up the aggression and kind of make moves where you maybe wouldn't have when you had the whole hour. But yeah, it made for some good fun.
Well, you will extend your points lead a little bit here today, but with the new format, that could change dramatically in any given week.
Absolutely, I'm looking forward to see how the points kind of change up week by week.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on another win and so far having the points lead yet again.
Thank you, Doug. Have a good one.
All right, you too, buddy. All right, Simon Zierk wins race number 1. Giancarlo wins race number 2. Obviously, the new format, extraordinarily great. It is great fun, and the aggression, as we mentioned, dialed up to 11. So the remainder of this season, I think, is going to get really, really exciting. Expect the points to have dramatic changes, and expect the racing to get a lot more exciting. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to tune in tonight, 7:30 Eastern, for the BRR Cup Series, which I believe is at Road Atlanta tonight. Road America tonight. So you're not going to want to miss out. Even more road racing, except in cars that are designed to only turn left. Thank you guys so much for watching. Look forward to seeing you tonight, and have a great day.